Sitting at the 8th day of June 2023. 17 more nights for make we sleep and wake, and we decide whether we want to get the staying for the next 5 years. The election did go closer. The tensions are high. We don't see like 2018 election. The tension will be there, even though that one is different from the other now. Tension be there back then. Tension day right now. The closer we get, the more intensify it will be. Now the different company waiting to say, well, they were already now, they not work nothing. So we want come for redeem the people them. They already now say, we don't work out. So, yeah, when I give me one more time, make we complete waiting we don't do for now. The people then say, okay, well, come the 24th, we go decide. Waiting we no want for see on the 24th, na violence. Waiting we no want for see on the 24th, na low turnout. Waiting we no want for see on the 24th, na intimidation. Waiting we want for see, na fair, credible election. But not so on the 24th, it could just appear so jin. There is a process getting us to the 24th. For make we get a credible election, for make we get a violence-free election, we all get part for play. I don't get for tired for talking now. ECSL get them part for play. The security sector get them part for play. The citizens get we part for play. Everybody in this country gets part for play. For make we get a peaceful nation and a credible election. Whose part you they play? Now the question. Na propaganda? Because c'est beaucoup. If not for propaganda, c'est beaucoup. The first one they say, President Bioga accident. They don't fly him. It turn out, well, accident may happen, even though TTD from the inside. We know hearing nothing about that. Unless we don't talk say, oh, they play the victim. Not too long ago, we hear again say Alpha Khan and Victor Fu, they have bad accident. They don't fly, then go. It turned out for be again another false one. But to get people them as they hear so, God don't like ugly. Now so. The closer we get to election, the more the propaganda machine. You know they pull smoke. No. Now they pull smoke. So what you need for do? The shifter. What you dey hear? Not just hear, you thought and buy. Now the gospel truth. No. You self reason. Yeah? Because beaucoup they pass now. Beaucoup they pass. Maybe it's say not to fall say involved in an accident. What did the news say? You not say they fly and go. They don't care and go Ghana because if you want for reports, no ad. Yeah? No ad. Let's be true. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. Say, if you push the pull tumbu, and like you all say, this na fresh one. That buyer, it gets here you for CC tumbu didi. Because the most people for sell something we not correct, na fisherman. He go they pick so the tumbu come up and the fish. And they tell you back say, this na fresh one. And they take the tumbu so they pull them. But they tell you back say this na fresh one. Now this money self na in carry tam. And no say not to this money then carry tam. What here they try for say? News then go they fly. Siftaram. Yeah? Siftaram. Because my bit is not so false, so they involved for accident. Okay. Which one? Now the Alpha Canyon or now the President Billion? Yes, President Billion, we see small video which show say yes, there was an accident and then say now possibly they can't drive directly to them. Who don't show how then they drive? Who go drive directly by company? By the way, we no say the presidential convoy they drive. Who da go drive directly by company ba? But again, inside that they say, oh, the accident so bad they don't fly. Now so it be me. That's so it be. Alors ça c'est one thing we don't like any woman son true day. That one na so Solomon in think. So why you see them they talking? True day be men. Well, that's good that half true. What if you say day? Na in the ambogui. That half true. I mean, they say, but friend person will not go book better. But we feel to say, is sabi better one. Friend them one indeed. Or you know you read and it. Even though I go book better one. Well, no make we come with Charles Magai na ya. Because he gets a different one for we. How to so? They make like say, no make a call ambo. If I call Charles Magai na I just know. Problem good in. Alright. But I try for tell you say, in order fight again. As election draw closer, beaucoup de things go dey pass on social media. So just be careful what you dey hear and what you dey take. Wetin go give you hypertension, wetin go make you glad for nothing. Just be careful. Yeah? Me that don't know my girl for say. If them be confused, Unfa Ali 2018. Not so Mohammed Kode they no go confused. Not so him. The voter registration list. They don't give to the political party them. You hear what I say? I say the voter registration list they don't give to the political party them. They not give the hard copy, not to print give them. He says no mix panandi. No mix them do. What's in the pa na soft copy. Political party it you say one voter registration. It says a long you. Then you hard drive. Hard drive nine then you. They say make you go connect them per computer, make you go look the list where they did. political party no believe ECSL. So because una not believe them, well, make I advise una say they had the driver than you na. Political party ECSL long you na hard drive for make una access waiting then say na the voter registration. But the information the way they is limited to the actual voter registration where ECSL gets. Why make it limited? Because not to all the information then go can hand over give political party privacy. They no go can give date of birth, mama name, papa name, address, this and that. All the information go give political party. What in do? What's in? Okay. So, what's in they actually give different from the one we didn't get. And then at the principle. Well, political party then are the parents them. The political party that we receive say, they don't receive but they don't know what they receive because it's in the hard drive they give them. Then you go first go check what's inside this hard drive. Then if they see what's in, they're not expect inside there, then go come back to ECSL. But they are political party then. Number one, una make sure say the computer when they put the hard drive then they not get virus. Yeah? The computer when they put the hard drive then they not get virus. That's number one. We me the advice to political party them. Do ya? If you want to share the information, una try to get a network. Yeah? Una try to get a network. Una go share the information. If you are online, una want for them. Una get a secured network. A secured network. Yeah? Me na my advice. Don't take by this business. Why they give political party them? Una get a secured network for make una able share among una self. What's in una so not to WhatsApp information. Not to WhatsApp information. Yeah? This na people information too. Una self get responsibility. Yes, una do ala. Well now it don't come. Una self get responsibility for all and fine. For all and fine. Not to all kind, because they're on a party now, all kind Jews and Gentiles, we get computer, can just say, hey, put up that stick there for me, ba. Put up the stick for me, let me self get a lag, go cross check. Where I go now, house? Boy Musa saying don't see the list on WhatsApp. Boy Musa, the other engage just not today. Now you see the WhatsApp. Because we all get part for play now. If ECSL say now they don't give, we get part for play. And do ya? Do ya? Adebeguna. Wanna go print them? We don't go buy granite and begin see we name them day. We don't go buy granite to begin see we name them. Because we don't can patch granite and breed. Down the road. Bobby Brown, what did they say? If me they talk this, if he says, look, I don't understand. When Musa saying get a right now. He didn't have WhatsApp. Well, you don't see where ECSL be the direct foot for give information. You don't see? That's if not true. If not true. But seriously though, information, I don't know. Information with ECSL give, even though ECSL now the scale down version then give. Yes, the scale down version. Jerome said they say na true, they don't begin put themselves na WhatsApp. Eh? Alright. Must this say if the voter details include date of birth, address, phone number? No. Then scale and that one day ECSL get them. That one day ECSL in get them. But na scale down version then give to political party. If political party we get the right for able for the political party that they leak now, but just be careful what you see now WhatsApp if the original one on somebody in purported one. Yeah? But for now, they don't give them today. Let we wait first. Let we hear from the political party them. Waiting them go talk say they receive. Let wait for them. For today, SLPP, APC, NGC, they don't receive their own them. They don't receive their own them. And they all say, then they go check first. Waiting then give them. And see if na him. Okay. The process done. They don't hand over to political party. Même so they ask if NGC collect. You dey see Jasmine Suma na his screen. I only pause them for you ici. Mamiti say if they receive the stars, they get strange message. What's kind of strange message too? Wait ba. Même so in beloved NGC, you want know. Well, la pause Jasmine Suma for you, let ici. And let you read where they say NGC. NGC receiving. No, eh? Wait. You go see her now. Look at. Most of these stars receive. Look, Jasmine, you read. And National Grand Coalition. I write this one. Eh? NGC still. You don't come up behind NGC, eh? I don't make Leone see where Jasmine don't receive you. Watch the screen. But this bango I left. Couple to political party. It's an alliance. You don't see her now? NGC no get flag bearer. Now one flag bearer then get Julius Madabio. Eh? Alright, so I can continue now. So now they ask if NGC, yes, NGC received their own. We will carry a register now, we just made the talk. Uncle Musa they ask if they still get members. Yes, they get. Okay. Now come up here in NGC. NGC said they don't see the lights. I not possible. NGC get, they not get flag bearer, but they get in other areas, parliamentarians, councillors. They do. Mabiti say they don't take them out of your account and they say you can't send stars. Eh? Anybody who can advertise now, they charge them. NGC is finished. Any political party will get surname for stand the test of times. Eh? Like, well, la pull Jasmine safe na the screen. Eh. Now let them go receive their own. Okay. Let's continue. I say SLPP, APC, NGC, they don't receive. Uncle Musa, you wish Uda for do well. NGC? Yeah. The NGC will go collect, so now for KKY they go collect too. Alright. Cherry Barry. You know they pay attention, eh? You can't let you just know. In the tea party get question mark. Alusan say they ask who's them the other political party then they receive their own. The time where they receive a no more. You know say the APC now they be the hala for them. So they don't give them. APC don't collect. Today, Commissioner West Zainab Umumosie, on behalf of the Commission, provided copies of the voter register to political parties that will be contesting the 24th June 2023 multi-tier elections at the ECSL National Warehouse at Wellington in Freetown. You don't shoot the hand over, eh? Yes, Albert Masako did it. Now you screen. When I'm the director for media, internal and international relations. But now Zainab Umumosie, I am be team up on behalf of the commissioner. And then get the Wellington officer and then they do all the data work them. Not so the one Tawaelo, Wellington, and then be hand over to the political parties them. The other one I know say them go there, then go for their own tomorrow. Yeah. How all other party they on? I know see COP don't go declare for Osamu today. Samu Koko. Eh? COP don't go declare. You know what? Okay. Law can go inside proper one, yeah? Law join. This is not AYV will get them from. How this receiving will take place.
The voters register list given to political parties by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone will give an insight to political parties about the number of people who registered during the registration process.
So, the list will give an insight, because not to a detailed list. Now, insight it go give to the political parties them. Make them know how we get for look like. If yesterday you been follow the meeting where ECSL be get with political parties and then partners them, one thing with me landed yesterday na for say, let political party they not go shock you. Then go find some phases na the register where ECSL in get. We not up to date. What do I mean by that? Say, then go find some phases them like Pekin. Where you go feel say, this most what face they do now, I know 18 yet. But then say, let not shockalize you. Because sometimes the time when they be conduct that one day, when they take the photograph of that particular person there, maybe now they tell the person be all 16. Then they take that photograph there. So because of time elapse, they don't update the picture. Yes, that's what ECSL say. So do you let political party there tell the representative them. I repeat them back. We'll go live now this page. Not to idleness so. Want for keep you up to date. As you get notification, say share network day live. Fumble can watch. Let go for yourself. Because another leg can say, hey, that's what people say. That's what ECSL say. The question and answer be hot between the APC and ECSL. At one time, the Secretary General for APC quote the First Lady, say, you know, see ECSL or PPRC come out for talk against what the First Lady be say against Osamu. When I didn't tell him for say, well, in term done for talk. Now I say, okay, not so problem, but I hope say not so because I call the First Lady. Now I make una say me term done for talk. Eh? Alright. Hey, oh, go live. Can't watch. I for reason. I for let yourself know. Okay. Musa Bangwa say this election gets too much protocol. Inside that meeting, they since you don't talk this. Dr. Richard Conte, I be Dr. Richard Conte, Tunis, the Secretary General, they all be represent APC. He said, do ya on polling day, they know why rush. Because inside that rush day, now they can do that baru. Now somebody feeling and see. Yes, the two they talk so, now like how APC plan to do ame. Enough vex. Eh? Now I say, yes, instead so you say like how APC can do am. No problem. Now I make not do it again, but now, well, we want to do in the proper way. We want to do in the proper way. So now I make they tell us say, we don't want that rush. We don't want that rush day. Go watch the video. Almost 3 hours. I look out for edit and put on a YouTube. And I edit I say, because every segment of them, you get information we need for know how the conversation be go between ECSL and the political parties them. The one that will stand up to them and the one that will want for say, oh, okay, we're good with the process. Now inside the PPRC they remind political parties say, no, don't forget to. For so we'll be telling us say 5 o'clock. The political party they laugh like the day by your teeth. Me I want suicide under the whole water. PPRC. Yes. But you be there now. Oh, cow it. Eh? The boss na PPRC. 5 o'clock, all man for don defend the road. We see president be on net solid to go sell market. Na net. Oh, trade na net na karozine na dey. Na net, one country, one people. Lights dead. Same for the APC. And net, they say they go sell market. And say people are seeing the pay you say 5 o'clock. Oh. Ici, APC, una chef, una lek sonko. Now be the hell that say, they say, who they rally? You know, right? 5 o'clock no do. I say people, they not cost no safe. Una be get the bad name. Una be get the bad name now. Una be the can before. You know, right? You not gonna do that. Yeah, day. Tots the bad name. I say people just cross leg. So we time come, then say campaign. We don't go campaign. But now we self don't follow suit. Yesterday, the SLPP been there. Na Makeni. Yes, na Makeni dem be there. Today, the APC been there na Bo. Eh? Yeah. Yes, Banga, say because stand up to them. I beg you, yeah. Jerome say, people le talk no more, but President be in speaker, then loud up Pastor Samuel, but we don't talk na ya. In video not clear? I don't talk and I say that they strain me. I don't advise them campaign team on any. So, now they go no more. I wouldn't give in a so they give them. When I say a network, we President Biogo McKinney, we Cherry Coco because Osamu will not be able to go McKinney because if they go for the endorsement, Osamu will not be able to go Bo because if they go for the endorsement na Cop the endorsement. So you not be able to go Bo. So na Cherry Coco in Tunis na then go Bo. Cherry Coco say, but the one the way they go and make say then they block road. If we meet them there, we they clear the road to pass. Then they clear and pass. Well, you see, and they give a free consultant. Yes, Bango a say, now wait, Timba, let left there no more. No one for see clear picture. Emily Hans, how they do? One for see clear picture, clear one. The person where they all for APC, if they run, like, you know they go near the candidates like for say and the candidate make palaver. Now that problem they get Twitter. If you team up for like say then get barrier say no go close to the candidates. If forget say if they do one for some of we when or they let get everything clear. Mostly they ask if the crowd na McKinney for SLPP if na import the importer. He said because the APC party look worried. Eh? Yeah. Come on, Skino. Not to excuse. He said the campaign team of Samora Kamara not get support from Africell or AYV. Not to excuse, bruh. Why I say that? Go watch the person where they stream now. First lady in page. We not to AYV, not to SLBC. That will start from there. But you get close access to whoever they talk. But the last thing, it look like say APC, una no one for spend. One old bow, una go bow. Now una they push me la talk. Una go bow, one old bow, una no put stage. They no put stage la bow. Na the feel, na the gun, na the cheikoko de waka. Eh? You not think say stage be necessary? Yes, the money issue. Campaign not cheap. You get for rent stage, yes. It's money. Sometimes, yes, if you be there me, I dey prime you, I dey lick you prime super one. That give you 2 conk. Yeah? I dey lick you prime, I give you 2 conk. For that I make you understand. Stage is very necessary because wetin do it elevates the person where they talk. You dey up, you dey up. You watch the one that they done. The one that they done, they look up to you. You dey get direct contact with the people than standing on the floor. On the floor, you dey at par with the people then they strain for see you. Then even they strain for hearing you. Eh? Nah, come on. Una can't pay me. Una can't pay me. Anyway, I left you. I didn't answer you. None of your question again. Eh? I didn't answer a question again from you. When you go opposition, you go no for say don't have the financial support, but let the where people go opposition. Campaign not ever cheap. Samura immediate, very poor. Then Amore Musa de Choku. They even engage social media for interest people. The camera person they behave like say na personal phone it they use. All right. Okay. I give you a free tip. One and pay for. Check by say APC no one win this election. Boo. Now so bogo then they make. Eh? APC say mother don't lost already. So they no need Boku campaign business. They no get strategy or focus plan. Now then campaign must do the same. Where SLPP they go now we home ground and Abraham Kamara they talk. They are normally welcome. Why always way then try for campaign at a stronghold? They always they bring issues. Why my Kamara they ask? Alright. They say explain and kill Bob Marley. I saw Salomon so I don't know how true is it. But I dem pare Bulandi. Jeremy just step on more president being speaker and they're loud. We don't foresee intimidation at the campaign scale. Yeah? Sylvester Moses say APC still lay austerity. That's the problem, Kamara. The one way they campaign, result can turn the other way. Yeah. Alright. Abdullah Jiba say Tripoli, this election, even if APC no campaign, SLPP they lost. Oh. Alright. ends up by say, but 2018, APC spent, then lost. But Musa say, what in the C7, the two major parties, them, not even take message to the people. All waiting and they do now for pulling by each other. We not get benefits for we. Okay. There you go. Gandoba say the APC campaign strategy very poor. This is what you guys should be taking. Now free survey with the giso. Now this one for they go tell us say, bruh, man in the grumble. We need for up the game for the campaign. But we're not just there for the defend. Both parties just love the crowd. Side to show they say, we need for ask them question. Oh. But let's continue. I voter registration. Yes, Bangua. Triple whose party they support? I support Sierra Leone. I know no party where they support, and Salon they support. Cheba say, what to make IBK no the help for campaign? Ah! Te fish ake chandi. Jiba said the election no need campaign. Oh. S. Bangla say Italics are there against APC. If I there against APC, eh? Triple why always APC kin de na corner with de kenema obo. This campaign is so na one time. Triple I hope say you lay for media on Monday, sit down at house and right. I don't understand Andy. Brema. Hey, let it go. Let's do this one quick one, yeah? But seriously though, when you come out there, even though when the SPP go, na internet they put by APC there, or them be there, na so. The first lady, he plays safe. Where go McKinney? I don't know if anybody listen am. Eh? He plays safe. What he do? He say, I know I let all man come out to the APC come SLPP. Because na mi uncle in party. Eh? And it's by Koma. And it's by Koma. And also go to watch me. Eh? You president, come na you tongue, sir. Sabi? He look like make like we say Sabi he want Sabi play politics self pass the one the way he meets today. The first lady. That's why they look alike. Eh? Okay. Hey, but now they go.
For the June 24th general elections, the move by ECSL is geared towards promoting integrity in the electoral process.
Don't forget, say, now the voter registration list to the talk about. S. Bangura. S. Bangura. You get for stop being emotional. No try for push win a corner one day. The thing that work it's I will not want. You can always try for break the rules. That's not a Peter Pine immune way of see things. If you know like him, jump him. All man get rights now, yeah. We can always repeat them over and over. Not to one person get right here. But you can't tell another person say they talk stupid. Eh? Let's respect everybody in view. Not a simple statement, sir. It's disrespectful. All right. One day, you get to look for this page, you know, go see her. Because sometimes you cross the boundary. If not the money right for think I think. But for begin call other people names, yeah, they talk every day say nobody no get right to wait himself. All right. Sometimes we make fun, but sometimes we get too so we go cross the line. Let's be civil to one another. Okay. Uma se triple. He became an Obanamo by Fisher for campaign for him party. Let's continue.
Albert Masako is the Director of Media and External Relations. He speaks about the process.
As a way of best practice.
Okay, Albert Masako say, as a way of best practice,
has put together soft copy of the register that.
So ECSL, because of best practice, they don't put together the soft copy, not a hard copy. If the hard copy, then go print them. But soft copy, it is a hard drive. Now, when you put on a computer, you go able to see it. Eh? All right.
The commission will be using for the multi-tier elections in June.
So, waiting the commission get for use for the election, now then give the political party them.
To give these copies to all the political parties.
All the political parties. Even on a 3 we see collect, but now for all the political party them.
So we are here at the data center because this is where we have all of the necessary information.
So now the data center, now they then go collect because waiting you now then they deal with information.
This is where we house records for the Electoral Commission, data and all of such. So we are here to give these information, the data, the much talked about data.
The much talked about data, the information, the voter registration list.
And on record, we've already issued 2.
On record, they don't issue 2.
As they presented themselves, the 2 parties.
The 2 parties they represent themselves.
APC, All People's Congress.
The APC.
And the SLPP.
And the SLPP.
The Leone People's Party. We're waiting for 11 other political parties.
Then they wait for 11 other parties them. But this now before them begin judgment, you know, for NGC.
It is for them to come so that we can issue sale.
So the 11 other parties them, ECSL wait for now, make una go collect to Nayon.
We've done that. It is part of the electoral process.
Now part of the electoral process.
Because we want when political parties go to the polling centers, when they have their agents.
Because they want on that day, when the political party, the agents them, go to the polling station,
they will have the opportunity to have these records. So that
then go get opportunity for get the records them.
Whilst we are going through the records of addressing voters as they come forward, because we have to check on the register.
Because that day, you know, just they appear so normal, but then go still check na the register for make sure say you did it, you name Diddy.
It is also an opportunity for the political parties or their agents at station level to also follow through in the process.
So, where then self they cross-check, the political party, the agents them, self go able for process as then they go along.
Meanwhile, political parties' representatives said they will go through the voters' register list and they will get back to ECSL if there are any discrepancies.
So the political party don't receive. Let's listen from Dr. Richard Conte first of the APC.
Simply receiving a hard drive does not address the issue of numbers.
He said not so because they don't can give me a hard drive. Mean to say they don't address the issue of the numbers. Simply receiving the hard drive. Don't mean to say they don't address the issue. Dr. Richard Conte, waiting that mean?
We still have to go into that drive, check what is inside the drive.
He said they still got to go inside the hard drive, then check what the ECSL puts inside the drive,
analyze it, and come out with a position.
Analyze them, then they go come out with a position. Analyze them, then they come out with a position. Political party, una able compare notes. For now, know what's in and you na, if una and give the other person. It's not comparison allowed. I'm just asking you. I'm just asking. Are we allowed to compare notes? Can APC call the SLPP? Say SLPP unakamba. What are we saying now? Now the same with waiting and give. Okay. I don't know if note comparison is allowed. Alright. Loud they go, but APC say, okay, they don't receive. But then they go watch first. So by tomorrow, I believe say by tomorrow, we go begin for Yeri.
On what we have received. But already, based upon what was shown to us yesterday.
He said about what did they be showing yesterday parameter? There
will still be missing phases.
He said first then they we know they missing phases then.
That's what we confirmed yesterday.
He said that one day they don't talk about yesterday.
Issues with the register will make it known both to the Electoral Commission and to the public.
He said if any issue they go make a known to ECSL and to we the public. Well, are you waiting Jasmine Suma Inse?
Satisfied with what is in my hand, I'm not sure.
He said, well, if I say I'm satisfied with what's in the hand, but I'm not sure
the content of it until I verify what
I'm not sure what's in the inside it until I verify it. I'm not sure what's in the inside it, but to go verify it.
Content is, but I don't have any doubt.
He said, but NGC not get any doubts.
Because I have seen how they've carried themselves over the years.
He said because he don't see how ECSL don't carry themselves over the years. What they don't they do? You don't see what ECSL they don't they do over the years.
And I've been keenly observing the way they've been managing the affairs of the elections here, especially.
He said, and in don't they watch them how they know they manage the affairs of the election, especially waiting.
The PPRC, as I usually say, and now the ECSL. So I have.
He said the PPRC and also the ECSL.
No doubt that the data will be correct.
So you don't get doubt for say the data will be correct. You don't get doubt. But he still left space for doubt, Now just me do.
If there is any discrepancy, you guys will hear from me.
If there is any discrepancy, even though they say don't get doubt, but if there is any discrepancy, we'll go hear it from him.
I'll make sure I notify them and also inform the press.
I ain't gonna make sure say In tell ECSL, then go cancel. We, the public, he can't tell we.
Confidence, because from the statement of the commission.
This na SLPP. SLPP said they got confidence. Because from the statement of the commission I don't make.
What took them so long to produce the data?
He said what to make it say before them produce this data.
I think everybody had it.
All man do area.
I just respect the process.
And SLPP respect the process.
I just respect the system.
And then just respect the system.
Meet with them, sit with them. This is our own problem we have. We discuss it.
He said the problem when they get, then can go to ECSL, you know, and talk with them and discuss them.
The June 24th election is drawing closer. Currently, political parties are campaigning to their supporters to gain their votes, and many citizens are waiting to make their voice heard through the ballot box. Mohamed Bakar Kamara, AYV News, Freetown.
So one for say thanks to Mohamed Bakar Kamara and AYV. Now through them, we're able for Yeri from Jasmine, the SLPP rep, and Dr. Richard Conte. We go collect for the APC. Well, SLPP I not think say they not tell you say them go call Jasmine no get out, but in case you see discrepancy, ala go come out. The APC I told her in a waiting Dr. Richard Conte say. Ma binti say, Awa say, the SLPP don't get there a long time ago. Yesterday, then they asked that question there. And ECSL say no, not to so it be. Yes, Bangura say, for make SLPP get confidence so, they don't mass something. Même so say, of course, Papa gets confidence. I tire. Abraham Conte say, boss, you sound like say you have been compromised. And now you not be the number 6 where them pass and through before you reach me, not so. And say tell friend truly not poor friend. I no get no say again for keeper na me heart. I the can so the Ibanaya, we done with that we move. Yeah? I get rights to my opinion and I the talk na ya. You self get rights to your but not use your own for judge me from your opinion. How much if you say they will pay me ba? How much if you say they will pay me? You say I've been compromised. Come back. How much then give me so? You can just sweet for talk. You have been compromised. Compromised by waiting. Yes, friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thanks Tripoli for bringing up the platform, and thanks for talking all through. And the issue of this election, we done the tense all throughout from different racism. We don't see the tension we don't create from different aspects, but making always press on the area wherein the institutions, them especially a sensitive one, where it can get an event where they come a particular period when I will prepare for that particular time for reach. When you see what in the ECSL, where we don't institute them for do, then we don't come up, then do from the word go, we don't get issues here and here. Okay, so but the point lies to two things. We can always say about within the law book we govern all man, we make the people and we the rule we, and the one that wouldn't the rule within they expect them for do all man they look to when that constitution they, and then the one them back we can do PNM, okay, always find chance. So all anything I can do So we see all that come up and go pala, then push and go so gonna court, draw, then come back and say CSL gonna go ahead. So it comes down to how always people interpret something, and the one they already for doing, waiting that they aim for doing. Because here, when the timeline don't they begin so, now short timeline. And at time where be say, then they prepare you for say, oh, they can't do something. Where it be say, now something where for don't be an automatic part of you. And something will for be automatic part of you when you take part. What do you mean for me automatic? That means it become part of you. Like you grab the morning, you take, you know, say, oh, I get for wash my face. It's just simple method. You know, get for say, I land so, you get land so. If I get for land, I technical for make the water fine or do this. So this now, you know, the issue with ECS, this institution, they really don't delay pots. But we see again, there is another area where the so-called the one that were our observers, where the EU we don't give a long list of recommendations. Let's hear they observe, and let's hear they delay, let's hear they not for no, let's hear they for no, so that we will end up forget peaceful election. Well, here you don't see most of them, a list of them, where some of them they inside the money, they try, they can say the availability there, but when the money come, what you will see. The procurement, now the questioner. The property is still now the questioner. You see even the pixel, when they say the color, there and if for look, then they try to blame them because of size and up. Well, you begin to doubt now, say, waiting really the institution for don't try look at the challenge, and then will go for do. They tell for avoid. So we know when they get regular. But except themselves they enjoy the drama. The drama for say because this now the season this where all man they pulling devil left for go dance. Now the season this where all man they do this. Or you go for so it's the season of things. If we look at how it work with you and the one they will work for. But now we don't see this year, so they don't lack for that particular side. So they don't begin to bring question mark. Now then they say we not get back right for inside and see people and passionate information, which is true. But it all comes down to how. First of all, people have been used for do something. That's the one culture was in a so implanted. We're saying this, what the people in Blanc do, now we know who did before. Then would they try for say no, not for do this. And then we were there in charge of election, they allow, then they just they push inside. We don't go turn around and say, now, let me look what in gradually we will put inside. If not say one adjustment, but look at the rallies. People and they still rally around. But indirectly they do this. The campaign time they go up to a certain time. They see everything is speeding because of the timeline where ECSL tells us accept, and then remember they are individual. Anything what they do is individual. When they say, oh, this now we act, we get right this. We see the authority, we then give them, or the right way the court give them. So if the court give them that right, they would independent somehow, then we will decide. Would they say they would decide and go tell the president and the president for accept based on their rule and they. Okay, so why then they're not before don't look at all these challenges? What una say go press on a put. But here we will see say factors they carry inside and one they will deal with. That you get the one they want the one that will come outside, and then the one they will and the look say we will just press on this, say well, we will not get right for do this, but we will get right for do this. So that the area that one they wearing and they say that they actually play with, will get right. We will not even in Blanduam, they now know not the do so but with the fair way for saying that so it be. So these are the lines that where they don't get problems. Where if you go, you're not going to think say this is something in the next another 5 years, we're not going to expect, or in between if it says anything that happen. But it all comes down to people and they then look now they mind as people and when you work for the civilians, when they say the public service, how you go able to forgive them to the people and let them go know. When you know say this not something important, instead you go say later I can't give this, I can't express this. You see, so it's all come down to that. When they say this person here, he get respect, or he fit for them, and then he do what he expect for do. You see, because you see the timeline. What did them before don't do again? If no one be focusing this issue of biometric, now aim for try will develop from that stage where they pull them with 2017, or even before then, this 17 get issue. But from that issue, then I will not say that is the registration day. But now una go. Una don't get everything. Una work because of that district block. That census day, because of the one they will not able to forget the census, because of they don't increase another number of constituency there from 130 to something to 135. So we get the 16 districts, we divide this, but that number then you know go find, let we go back, go take small stew and that census where we don't do 2017. Look, can add that now. Also we add out Iboku, now we divide them, now we get the answer. So you see the procedure, it might be mathematically right, but you see the difficulty where you create hurdles, where you create. But it all comes down to waiting people and they look say, now true say, una ready for give the work, una ready for give, una for deliver the credibility day, una don't develop credibility, or una don't develop the institution where they go to build up, where they not go to waste more finance in areas where for finance, or una go to request for the amount of money una need on time, or the funds they not there, or una go try identify and put on there, say that their procedure here we expect let money for done the day, and for the put the law say government, if we not get this period of this particular election, this timeline we for don't give, we say for don't done, so that we not go get enough time where we not go to do una campaign. But what is happen now? Now speed, everything is speeding. It's like Connaught Hospital, the bobo and then they broke their foot there. Then they passed around, they hit people them. 2 days ago, the bobo, 2 of them have open fracture. When they say you foot they broke, it come also. Nothing, not there. Where you expect say na then Kenya na Europe now what you expect that development? Oh, then they say then they cut people and then they reduce the life, then they reduce the death rate and they increase the lifespan of people, and then they reduce this, which is somehow a day. But how you will feel them and taste them? Operation no they go na theater because material they not there. Even the one who they for sure the person who they don't cut her, it not there. It's not because how they say it is happening. So the person wouldn't be for do expert like now we get people away get when they say plates. Oh, because I'm broke now, they know they put you iron. When they hang your foot, put that answer. Could you imagine? They are still doing it today. A few days here. Because of why? Una would they try for help the people for let them go get in life well, for say them will live longer. Well, the lifespan of people they cut down because of this the timeline. When I don't put any events there every day, then they hit 1 or 2 people and go get accident or people and go wound there, but they're up speeding because una they run fast for meet up the timeline. Una one go so one green they go see 10 next then they go because the planning. Then we don't tell una say this and this. And let's tell them I go reach una reach so then come then talk. We see the British Commission I talk the other meeting. Let's say we will not go do them. But now we see what they don't pull come do na do then they give. But it all comes down to institutional development. When I will reflect on the people and we not do nothing for them when they go get a timeline will go affect their lifestyle. And the other way they try for tell say this institution are so get for well It's all come down to let we try help say that constitution and no other than they put na the place would for day, let we get them the right way. But it's not a fair way. We sometimes the timeline of some things that wouldn't they put it affect people in life. Even you would they put yourself, you know, they feel convenient. So much we only hope say things work out. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
Yeah, you're welcome, yes, sir.
One for say thanks to us friend. Yes, Alpha, you get the platform, sir. Which you get for we?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Triple A. I want to say big thank you to us friend for a wonderful analysis. I think what me go add today go be very interesting. I want to start first of all with sisters, we auntie or we sister Sylvia. I made me say mayor. No stability they talk about politics. Why now ECSL they say that now that they give the right and data. So the first one we Sylvia way them begin not to in the first one, right? Not to in the right one. You see, for me, ECSL really need for fight integrity in a year, because every time, like I can always say, then they give reason for make people ask several questions. We very well know say time not in their favor. Why they keep the delay? Why then they keep waiting and call? And even at that, the data we then give so, ECSL don't make them very clear. Say, nah, like I will say. Not to the data we will give a clear description of everything. Why then for do that one day? If you want to talk about then they protect people privacy or whatever. Interesting. This same privacy when they say then they can't protect. Trust me, the day for election, you get for day all over and then police station them. So if somebody wants whatever, it will get them, and then we must give political party them. Why they not give them as early as possible? Why the delay? Don't let way people, you see, me and I want to go through to the major two political party them back and forth towards them. But the fact remains, let the right thing be done. ECSL and gets and the integrity for protect Naya. And I always say this. ECSL they in a position where if they do the right thing, it will be very good. If they do the wrong thing, it will be very, very detrimental for a lot of people. So they should stand firm, neither not favor any political party, do the right thing exactly. Then if then they say, like again I say, if then they say then therefore the real data they will then go, it still gets problem, because if you they say the one that we give political parties so not every details then if the political party then go and put this hard drive now, then gets a lot of questions for ask and back and front no more now they create certain thing, then they clear this thing and let people go ahead. I don't know. That's my own take. If you want to give data, give this data, give condition. If you let this one leak, this, una responsible. Period. But other than una give them, una they make them now, then they go sit down, analyze them, they get a lot of questions, they get for coming to na back. Una return that will begin raise defense. When na this make could do this, na that don't make could. Why all this one now? Why all? How much days left? They not say they not get enough time way left. Why then they do all them back and front here? Why not give the clear definition of the thing with the political party then they ask for? If they go now, then go sit down, they analyze and now then become back to and begin say, well, where this one, where this not the that first list one I give we na so. What then they go begin take then send back for begin explain. I don't know. For me, I really don't know. Again, and the media team, I don't know. The message they want they give, they help for confuse people. This one go say this, when they come back, they want for defend. I don't really this CSL. Trust me, as far as I'm concerned, then get integrity issue for feds. Let them able for kidnap rights for the people of Sierra Leone. Regardless, some of them or then connected to whatever, but they are serving the nation and not political party. So for me not they say, well, they don't forgive or whatever, but the fact remains whether they want to protect privacy, this same information whether they also now whether they delay for pull so when instead of them give hard copy, then give soft copy. All the information there, trust me, the day for the election, it's gonna be laid out there, clean one. Yeah, they say that I don't know. the same information there when they keep so. Not saying them paste now they wall that people let me I'm not I they ask a lot of questions. Not saying them paste now they wall there for let people and go verify. Not to this same information. I don't know. Maybe I will stand to be corrected. Do that I follow the comment. When I tell me by different from this information, this voter information where people think say now one secret information. Is it not what was posted now then wall them where people let me go verify? When I tell me if not to him, then if not to him, okay, ECSL una go ahead una keep them. But if now waiting at the privacy one I want for keep again. Una say the ECSL people now walk man them in the paste and I wall them so silently they almost they pray and are gone. Not to the same information there. So why now they say now have to protect people in privacy? When I don't know the post privacy don't me pana or picture I mean picture no me dey phone number no me dey address no me dey not tell me no date of birth no me dey. Then why not today now want for make as now one secrecy for me that away for Canada public. Your thing has already been in the public. We should understand this one. It's very clear. It has already been in the public before this time. And let them not forget, say, most of them political party gets their one and they don't post so that they're waiting and call. So some of them are in the political party that they go take now, then begin analyze plus this with this soft copy we then give them. It's a very clear picture. Me, I don't know. Let me say me, I don't know. I stand for be corrected. I am willing for land. But if not to say now then same information, yeah, then me put now then different place then for go verify. Then when I tell news one now then the give ECS, I mean give the political party then so. Waiting at the secrecy way they inside or the privacy way they inside the way they not forget political party take less than 3 weeks or 4 weeks, 1 month. You say that the call month days to election. Oh no. Sometimes I don't know how they can want for. They make this as if people are able to understand or not able to read the right. Now only they understand what they decide so that they're not more for able for waiting and talk now more for follow. No, people have the right to ask questions. People have the right. They don't say I mean they think 5-10 years ago. Not so people are learning. So nothing can say you go just come and make statement. Everybody should also accept it to look like a thinker. No. These are the same information. Why are we making it so private now? As if I don't add something. But in fact, like the finger they point at them. If they're afraid for release the real document or data, it means they have done something to that data. That's my own take. It means they've done something to it. Then why? Now I'm saying when I don't pull, when I don't put, when I don't add, when I don't subtract, when I don't this, and we don't give all the explanation. Then on a police still let the political party then verify. I'm saying okay, which is subtraction and addition. It's clear. Now the same way. Now this time they talk. Let God bless you people. Let them go back to we shows them. That them pull and put for them. He said them he cut almost 100. Then pull and he lost force now the system. Now them bring and come. Now some of them question yeah no me answer them and now them political party I want for see now so. Then I say that for privacy. For privacy, I mean don't scatter with information the all that reads like a dandy. Now I want to protect your privacy. Anyway, that na me won't take no more. For anyone where they get question, let them go meet them back. Maybe they'll be able to answer the political party then. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Francis King Allen Amadou. I don't know if you know sir you can so. But if you don't know sir you can, I'll give you ginger beer. Yeah? She don't cross your leg, understand who you can first, and mind what you the talk na. I don't call your name one time. I know they call and tutor again. Yeah? Yes, Tony, what you get for me?
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me and Kushe Kabo Fambulen. Excuse me. You know, when you deal in big data, you know, so especially we within a data field, it's very difficult for make you just analyze big data because so many steps in the And especially when you get unstructured data, like we election data, what they talk about. Remember, say it was not just one source where they get information, which means I'm going to go to road and get all the information. It come from different locations all over the country. So therefore, take time for when they collect their data, then therefore make sure see them process their data, then they, and so many steps then they will get for use in processing those data. They go for clean them and all, because most times you get people that they register twice and all those kind of things. And then go for analyze them as well. Analyze them, put them into group where you get male, female, or whatever, and all the kind of things. Then they, so in that process is they with the, and up to the point where they talk, so people them still they go take them, they go take cards and everything, and so many things. Then they, so you get for make sure so you update the data register appropriately. And we get for members say identity theft is one thing where they on the rise right now. And if anybody they where they listen, we don't do what we call SQL, like structured query language, you understand? We get what we call relational database. We are in relational database, get certain keys them. You get the foreign keys, you get primary keys. And the primary keys basically now the unique identification. So if you notice the information with neck key, not get the primary key, which is what's in the primary key. Primary key is the unique identification. Me and you go in at the same address, we get the same name, but we not get the same date of birth. You understand? Probably the year. Even if we're not twin, there's no way we will get the same name and everything. One name must be way different. You understand? And so basically, those information, they're not going to give them out, because even though you get for analyze the data, each political party get for analyze those data, but that particular key day, when I know the primary key, they're not going to let them out. And the reason why they're not going to let them out for several reasons. One, you're not able for make you not get people them information and they imagine identity theft they go on right now. And one, just like when somebody say, they don't already get the data on their phone. Remember, say you get date of birth of somebody, you get the address, you get everything with it. When you go to a polling center for go vote, it is quite different. They're not going to begin to give you information and this and that. So let me keep on say date of birth is being withheld because of the primary key. The only keys where they go let go, now the foreign keys then, like you address, like you name, you get all the things then they. But it left to the political parties now where you don't get some information in there, make you able to analyze them. And how you go able to analyze the information? You go data mining. And the issue where each of the political party, I don't know if they get the tools in terms of data mining, where you need to try to identify any abnormalities or anomalies where they, or probably they try for what you call data clustering. You know, data clustering where you want for segments. So the political party goes, okay, now we do predictive analysis. Predictive analysis in a sense, we go back into historic data. Now we take 2018 data. We watch how people then vote in 2018. Waiting at the pattern of this. So we'll give them at least a clue. Because now you don't get the data before you. Now you don't know exactly, say, the North they give, now assume APC for example, the North they give we 80% collectively. You know your strength, you know USA, you know say yes, the advantage and everything. They compare with this data. And if this data also align with previous data, the way they get for previous election, we'll give them a clue we're going for make them able for predict. You understand? Some party from political party, especially that the US, then they use machine learning. You understand? Now you don't get AI. When they talk about artificial intelligence, wherein you get these are programs them we set instead of you get people there for do the job, but these are software them where you develop where they work just like how any human being go able for work on them details. So for me, I think your recommendation going forward for me could not go get this kind of delay in collecting the data. You get for process them, you get for clean them, you get for analyze all them things and they by neck. Let us go by a system wherein 2 years before election they come, you get people do not begin update those register already. Because remember say, if me and Adam and Kamara, they live in number 6 Brook Street. Sometimes during the next election where they come, I'm not in number 6 Brook Street again. I don't marry them Mrs. Cisse. I don't name Adam as Cisse now, and I don't change location now. I don't go there normally. So basically, if you get that timeline there within 2 years for the updates the register, it is save we from this rush. This rush when I die minutes, you they give political parties them the data. You understand? Because it will save we pan costs, it will save we pan plenty duplication, it will save because you get time for making able for clean the data, make able for this. But this time minutes where every time we election they come, we go for this. I feel so we forget one database where they able for sync, where they able for interface. The same database where statistics get, the same database where national registration also you go take you ID card, and the one where NEC get, then for able for interface, they're able for updates. So periodically you they get people that will go say una come we get sensor them or exhibition. Like for example, I they live now McKinney. I go say okay, I they gonna go by road. Now the office where I go by road, una come update una data register. Then you can get people the way you know say, excuse me, where new voters them where they get to the age of 18. Then can register. Then you can do that normal one, so you not get that kind of rush. But people that we already then data we don't already done then at the existing database. It's easy for make with it. I feel say that we need for make we move away from, because now for that you do registration in election, so much money involved. You got for train remunerators them or what I call them. You got for go to them as na field. You got for make sure say how credible are some of them data than the way them people are they collect. You got for go lend laptop first na Kenya or tablet first na Kenya. No, but if you get the offices, the regional offices, they're functional. You understand? It's easy for making the updates this information. Now me won't take down the but. This rush, I feel say, it will save me from all this how you go call what are the adjectives of you go use all this perception where people they this negative perception where people they feel say, oh now they give me information now. It is not. Because for members say at this age right now, identity theft is really big, especially people where they live now in Europe, where they live in America, where they live now the diaspora outside. You know, they just certain things that the way you may they do force them. Where communism they do. They know they do. And I make if I say that they even they sue Facebook, they sue other places because then they let people them information they out there which them. I'm not gonna say in big na salon, you understand like how they happen at the wall now, but you never know. Some people they know where they go register not to salon a day. Some people they know at the diaspora then they live, but then go register for vote. Those information, you know, they just left us so outside. So if you do relational database, one thing at the clue we can forget. Excuse me, they run out of breath. Now the other keys them. Make I just end there. But
okay.
I feel in the submission, let we not depend this 9 minutes thing. Let we get a proper system in place before election. 2 years, we get a database where we know say we update them because this information when they gather. So imagine from 1996, they don't begin gather people the information. Just get that system they going. They update that system there. 2001 update them. 2007 update them. 2012 update them. 2028 update them. It's easy. Would have done that, you delete them. You understand? If you say this person inactive for a couple of years, or probably not vote for 5 years, I mean within 10 years or 2-term election, you delete them. Now you know you don't go delete, but you go save them. Now another database where you go keep and say they were inactive people. You know, so probably they don't die or they not in the country again. But this kind of rush, I feel say we get for able for kick we game big and we for the above the obstacle how they get because so many when you delay in giving this information, it creates so many issues, so many things. Then you see what Peter Talker, Dr. Peter Conte say. Then we'll go look at the data. Then go look at this. I mean, I feel say he right in what he try for say. But for avoid all this situation, let us start doing registration for election early. So if anybody they go holidays, a floor says and say somebody they at the diaspora way, you know, able for go register away election day. But if you go free time for vacation, let's say go December or go anytime, you can go to the office say I can't register. And people then for the end side you go if na Bo, na McKinney, if na Putloko, if na outside there, you work na the statistics office outside. And give them all the information because basically at the end of the day when election come, all this information, the interface statistics information go able interface with NEC, and it go able for interface with whatever or whatever registration for ID card or for even forget license. Now me not take, but I mean the concern and genuine, but me not feel say them for let date of birth when I know the primary keys, because mind you, when you do relational database, the thing where they make the data quality. Now that unit that primary keys, and what's in the primary keys, date of birth now are the most effective. That make even when people the way they go now stuff or go by. You find out say most store go ask you say what's in your email. So I'm going even ask you say your date of birth. Why make you see that they ask all the question? Now the individual database then they update so. You understand? And then in the updates, most organizations that make you find out say if they surf na the net, they look for law, say they look for a laptop. So many feed them go come, they appear on a page where they talk about different suppliers where they sell laptops, because those information where you they give out, they're able for create that link, they sell things that make sense on page and go tell you say they use cookies. You go see cookies appear or this or that, just for able for protect some of that information that you data them. But I feel new submission, the final submission, let us try to register in advance for election. No, wait, this time minutes where we left 2 weeks or 3 weeks for election before you begin give database. At least give the political party there 6 months before the election. Let them get the database that they have. They're able for go analyze the data now. They're able for go do data mining. They're able for go do whatever thing where they're able for do with the data, probably predictive or whatever. That's my music.
All right, thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Waiting Tony they talk here, so we don't deal with time before. We will suggest say now NCIA, the National Civil Registration Authority, then gets the data. Would they give now national ID card? Then get ID card for saloon person, and national don't then get non-national ID card. Well, through that one day now, we know that go they turn 18 because the ID card they from Pikin Tego. We know that go they turn 18 and what not. So the simplest way we go do now for just incorporate everything that the NCIA, but all man want pull your own. ECSL want pull your ID card, NCIA want pull your ID card, driver's license want pull your ID card. We don't deal with that one day now. Until we try to consolidate everything to one. My dear, we will ever dey for this. We will ever dey for this. Why you forget driver's license separate from national ID card? Why? We get and they separate. They voter ID card back kind side separate. Then 3. And they all collect data. But they don't want to consolidate. They don't want to consolidate. We will not get money now, so be spend money. We will not get an house, be spender. We be don't deal with that one day now. Until and unless then consolidate everything to one. National ID, driver's license, voter registration will all be one. It go fine for we. But until then, my brother, my sister, now this will go deeper. I will go deeper. I don't say, hey, you know, see like BRSF, then get voter ID card. Yeah, we don't get for look to them. Then we do we own. But all my want get budget for himself. All my want get budget. All my want collect your own. Driver's license, I think na 800 and something thousand. National ID card, na 145,000. Voter ID card in a free. Yeah, then give free. I mean a shadow then give it. I open the phone line. They take 5 calls, yeah? Phone line open. Don't make them quick, yeah? Check by saying, be listen, and just they refuse for make, then get way out, then they big money for do the same thing every election year. Lillian Bokari, they say exactly the same question itself they ask. Yes, caller, what would they talk to?
Yeah, yes, sir. Maury Musa.
Yes, Maury Musa. You got 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah. What do you want to say about this whole election process? Honestly, everything we then they do, now something we plan, and then they do an out of impunity. They don't care. And the commissioner of ECSL, I don't know if the boss na commissioner, you know, they don't teach them for belief, say, this is not just formality. In fact, then ECSL, the beginning, I think that this program or whatever we are listing them, they receive money early for every process. They receive money very early for situation, then give them money late. They receive money early. But guess what? That money, they just don't take and they use them for other things. First of all, the ID card with them pull, not to not oversee them, go do them. Now, yeah, then na salon, then do everything. One thing we me don't assess about the whole thing, anything we're supposed to come out, then we don't put dates for her. Last minute, now they come out. So that end they don't get any way again for change them because they say, oh, okay, time don't go already, Lord, forget about it. The ID card business scam. In fact, the team starts first with the boundary delimitation, if in a certain column. They never did anything about it. Then wait till last minute. August 8th, we just happened for 1 hour. Now they didn't put the blame. Say because they not get that chance, they then decide for change them to I don't call this this PR system. Now so then take anger. We not be get absolutely any reason why them for do them. Then be get a whole work for do. ECSL, una run there for 5 years for more election don't happen yonder. Una be get enough time, 5 years, for long are able for plan things, then put people in a field for them do what they do. Nothing happen. Then they come for ID card. They left for give date for ID card till last minute. Then go pull ID card where they don't print in a salon. Then in a one local printing press or inside the office, now they don't go print them. Then they done. Now for let them pull this data again. It take them forever because they not do absolutely nothing about it. Their information there, they already get them already. Then just go to one system, then go download everything, then keep them. So they're not worry about anything. They are not doing absolutely anything. We see all man don't force, say once year, and say, okay, well, until now one for CM, then go give them soft copy. Soft copy will not even get signature. Then they mean say it can change overnight. If they begin the hard copy, where the commissioner don't sign, they say, when they say this is the copy, we don't come out, you go talk, say, invalid. I can give soft copy in a computer, then tomorrow I change them. It don't make absolutely any sense to me. And the next thing we'll go for Yeri back, now this election, we'll go Yeri back, say, wait time reach for election. Now, they even get up to 2 to 3 weeks. So let them start to put the materials then together for go na the different area there. We go sit down and also back one day, election day, people with this same forum. Now we go there back, we talk, say, people and go to grumble, say, 12, 1 o'clock, material don't reach other side of it, why other people and go there and vote. At the end of the day, go on, 2-3 days, then call election results. That's it. Nothing absolutely not going to happen here. The president was one thing was in care. If we all get for car. In fact, it push in opposition and to the extent for let people overreact, let worker, you know, say at the end of the day, if you walk them, it get for give more chance for stay. Fight sky, get for give more chance for the international community, in as much they will not allow you to fight, but they will not stop you to fight. At the end of the day, where you fight, it they give them more money because they come back as UN. And if peace, they are not getting money. So they're going to tell you, say, hey, we're not fair to, but we're not fair, we're not employed. So what you know where would assure some people then? We will get for going at that system inside politics or any way you call them. We go there. And like you all walking stick. You don't 99 years. If America somebody they cause crime at the age of 10, then they investigate you. Then they look for that person. They say like you don't all 99 years. The day when they know that they go get at you, and like you don't left for you 5 days for let you die. Then they go jail you. We get for chase people them. Not so perfect so. But we go use the criminal justice system. One day, Salon, where they feel say it broke so. One day, Salon go for come to standard. Would they look for people? Would they look for people no matter who say it? Would they hold you? You they answer question where you don't forget about 100 years ago. Thank you.
Hi, Mama Musa. But we don't want to run us alone. No matter what person say, no war in Sierra Leone. We don't dedicate when we start 30 minutes just for talk about what? May I repeat her? For this and so you tell we can now we and then can court. We don't want to run us alone. No can fit see the can for help me. No. Yes, good Rich. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
From Tokyo. Yeah, you see, we really worry on the situation where they go on, with ECSL and the political parties. Because we get for know one thing here, not only the election we get for take place on the 24th. After election, voting will be the future of this country. Investor no go one kind a country where no get peace, where understanding no go day. ECSL, they need for do the needful. How you go sit down, you make a press conference, you tell people and say they know they pay you they do them for free. Then you, the same person who be don't tell me say you spend about 1,400,000 for fixed ID cards. When I go through a voters registration, all these things when I be don't get them. 1 year, if this election, if APC lost this election or SLPP lost this election, anybody who lost this election they go protest because the commissioner don't talk and say the one who go win, I go win. Would I not like you get for go for do what you get for do? You not get for help anybody. Today we don't get more than 300 to 500 observers that within that country. And according to them, who said in the country, then they vote. In case we not go get a different number, then the observers then get different number, political parties then get different number. Lord, they try for avoid this chaos. Lord, do the needful. Lord, would the people then want? Let them choose them. Then for they go from one drama to another drama, from one problem to another problem. Because one thing here we'll get for the look into now, how we'll fix this economy, how we'll fix this country, how we'll pull the people then from poverty, how we'll improve the agriculture sector, how Salon will be a better place for people that go able to day. Now this is not the worriness of the people then. Then for them a situation where we all not get understanding. This person they bring this thing today, the other person they bring this other story today. It's too worrisome. We get with small business and what would they do now the place and we're not going to be able to continue to do something if the place not good, peace not good day. At the end of the day, now one country we get. We all get a responsibility. Let the civil society then let them self can inside this thing. Let them talk to them people there. So let all sit down. Let discuss in the Sierra Leone way. Than for even bring international community or one way or the other until we able to solve our own problem. Then we can able to progress and go before. If one can know they do the right thing, look at their face and tell and say, what they do not do the right thing. You're not a referee. Make sure say you do the right thing so that we not go get a problem at this place. Because right now investors then they wait for the result, not to only Sierra Leoneans then. How companies then go come at the country, how employment go come, how we go improve the economy, how the country will be safe, how other things then go happen. Somebody go sit down and say, no, I don't go get me money for go spend at that place because they're not even girls understanding among themselves. So I just they call on, the international community, civil society, them, pastors, religious leaders, paramount chiefs, and the law put indifferences one side. Let's look at Sierra Leone first so that we're able to solve this problem. So I mean, don't take that.
All right, thank you very much. Good reach. Please, Lord, just stay to the time. Phone line don't close. Now they call. Yes, Ahmed, what you get for me?
Yes, thank you very much, Ugoy. Thank you. Thanks for all the analysis. And God bless you for all which they do for making put you through to exactly what they happen. My brother, this every blind person for know exactly what they happen as alone. If this ECSL, of course, how we know like before NEC, these people supposed to be neutral players, like a referee between two matches. But if we look at all which they happen from where this thing starts, you really know say there's something going on. Yes, I want to agree with what you say, really. We don't want war. Some of we know what's in a war because we go through it. We go through it at this age, then say that age will be day. We go through it. We see how suffering, we see how some of our friends die. Some of we live in Africa, at the eastern part where we grow. We see exactly what's happened. So therefore, we frown against all of them till they happen. But again, this is not a prayer or all fast and speak. These are people wicked enough when they do them here. These are Sierra Leoneans who then put the trust of the nation at their hand, and then they build so based on maybe they don't give them money, they don't bribe them. These are the reality and the fact they should be for sale. Because if somebody conducts an election and we're supposed to reveal every, not to secret, not to society, tell the people what they go on. But if they don't go, don't change laws, then from the local election, will not take place. And then Gaia don't begin straight away. They count the PR system. They don't do bad limitation. So the way they keep track of going on what they want to do. Now in bad of why all this? And then wondering why all of these things. Now they wondering the opposition then they cry. The ruling party they feel okay because they know what they go on. So this is the thing. But they do it for person. If they try for make you walk through, for make people see exactly what they do, because these are everybody concerned. So if they give now money, then money, even the African Express reveal that we read it in there. They say come at this program at the bank confessing and give them some amount of money. To be boxing, no day. I'm not going to go learn boxing. I'm not going to go watch boxing or exercise. Imagine who's kind of process this. So do you think this process can be credible? Look at what all they go, then they pass laws, them other parts of the other parts, they broke them, then they cut people, then they block people. These are people who pass law. I remember when they bring this guy from the PPRC, we see some of them which may not be acting, not be there on the booklet. But how about now? When they see they happen. So you see the discrepancy over the whole thing. This is not tenable. This is not the fact. People, we know when they talk, we know one things will happen, but what did they bring for? Go look at the TR reports. We follow them in there. After the war, some of we, at least when they with the UN come, they usually like war within at the school system. They will begin. They have ambassadors of peace because of colleagues who go at the bush where they can, when they try for come back at the school system. So, but another thing there, this police brutality, and then they mention, look what did happen today. Where is the government? Are they condemning this? Are they arresting some of these people? This is not the problem. So we say we don't want war, we don't want peace, but how do we look for peace when the perpetrators and they go around doing what they do so? This is not the problem, my brother. Anyway, this is not about say let's pray, let's fast. When we get a wicked people in the society, I didn't see how this is. So we just got to for stand strong and focus and do what we do so. We'll continue to advocate for the people and make the right thing be done. That's it, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. Yes, Mr. Williams, 3 minutes, sir.
Okay. Good evening and good evening to the listeners there, Mr. Onade. Let me not take too much time. And as I say, this voter list, in this last moment, this man bring down. It is not merely Allah. I'm not before Puna at this time. And from the beginning, when this man go take office, you see, you're a commissioner. You go to one place, and take inventory. The important thing, when I force for come, now you mind, the voter box. The voter box. When you go there, take inventory, say, well, how much box you get, how much box you go, how much box you not get. When are the main tools now and the way now you for take. Now you mail tools down there for the election day. At this last moment, now I go give you the golden box. Don't see the kind of mind where that man be. I did tell I say from the beginning, I did tell I say this man is Munkuman. Big Munkuman. Big Munkuman. Can you imagine? The thing waiting for the main tools and waiting for take wait the main tools now and wait for take work. This last moment, now I grab the golden box. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Golden box na Guinea. Can you imagine? Me, the whole thing I say, by this election, now, but let's scrap the whole thing. This election is not a credible election at all. It's not credible. Too much problems. No. It don't be from the beginning till it come up to this position. So problem. Now for scrap this election, between me and it's not credible at all. There. Something there underneath. We're fishing. This Munkuma know what's in the ground. He damn know this Munkumania. You know what's in the ground. You know. Exactly, you know. This Munkuma ain't going to be big problem in that country. Big problem. Now Munkuma ain't going to be income. You're going to really Munkuman. Real Munkuman. Me, how me see this election, I'm going to scrap the whole thing. It's not credible at all. Now, my own contribution on that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams.
Okay. Bye.
After the election, we'll get for set meeting for the commissioner and Mr. Williams. We really get for set meeting for them. Because Mr. Williams is upon his case for that right way say write him up. As Mohammed Kone name come up, this Munkuman, we get for set. Yes, Mu. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I will do 3 minutes, Mr. Williams. You make a laugh. Mr. Williams, they are big. I may not scrap this election for the opposition and they vex by you. Let's say they will win this election. Yeah. But one thing I call up for say something quick, because I hear everybody they call, they talk about ECSL. Yeah, no matter what ECSL you do, but we're going to give credibility to the institutions. Because we're going to election now. So if we begin cry ECSL down and we forget to say the country will come on as Leone, people they listen to this program here. Wouldn't I do diaspora? Would they listen to this program? People in diaspora and they listen past. So people already listen and they say they're talking now, begin cry the credibility of ECSL. Trust me, but come and go say, this election don't give to Mother, we'll not go vote again. But we need people to go out there for go vote. So dear man, they send more people in the talk, but more will not discredit ECSL. No give them the credibility to this election done. But election after them vote, then people then go to court if you're not satisfied. But don't give institution and credit, because if we not get the credibility, things are not going to work in that country, especially within the diaspora. If we're not better, if we begin credit so too much down, tell me, any happy that then jobs them? People say, somebody say, I know they're going to this job here because they're not going to employ me because of the skin color or because of me not to this tribe. They're not going to employ me. You see, the ideology. So we have to change that. I don't believe in ECSL. Let people come out to go vote. So that's what I get for say, AAA. Have a good night.
All right, thank you, Mo. Lock out Omar and Ezekiel and they can lock them out, yeah? Can make can quick for lock the door out. I can't wait for log get a meeting with Mr. Williams and Mohammed Kone. Yes, Umar, quick one, sir. What you get for me?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody who don't talk. Let me tell you, West Africa again is sad stage. West Africa as a whole so bad. But East Africa, they can improve. Community talk about North Africa. But West Africa, they're in a sad, sad place. Look what they go on in Senegal.
Senegal, exactly.
Macky Sall, after the thing where he stand on, when they make the people and be elect and they vote for him, where the previous president, if you want to go for third term, he opposed that, and at the platform that way he run on, for say, that not will ever happen. Macky Sall can now, he try for run for third term. Same thing with Marabio. Marabio will be talking, say, bye-bye, mama. But Marabio will be talking, say, they not will ever swear in a candidate again will win election middle in at 12 o'clock morning they sign up. Marabio will talk, say, the previous government overblown the budget in quadruple. This not the thing this what they talk about Africa. Africa, they're in a sad place. I don't know what you more come what they talk about. If them people are not get credibility, why would forgive them any credit? They don't get credibility. The guy not get no credibility. The guy they all over the place. He don't know his job. I absolutely agree with Mr. Williams. I don't know if Mungu get something for do with what he do. We're not going to call him Mungu because he know exactly what he do. You know, but this guy, he really, they create mayhem in that country. Why? What it make him feel say if na Samura win or if na NGC win, he no go hold in position. Because to me, this is clear. Absolutely everything what this man they do, he see him. He clear and I clear part. He did towards SLPP. Because now in the same one we advise the president for that PR system. Because it say if you want to do the boundary demarcation, but because of that August 10, time not be there again, so he advised the president. Like business done it. So he advised the president for cause mayhem. Then here, this one they talk about. The technology AAA is not hard to forget. We just get wicked leaders in. Even go to Alex Macroma in time. All you need ID card. The question be the same. Let them make if they don't want to make them 5 years. Let them say 3 years. Registration don't open. They make a mandatory every citizen forget ID. When you go now, whatever place, whether na SLRTC, whether na bank, whatever place where they put up for go register for vote, just go with your ID. The information where they na your ID, na no more than the copy. The only thing where they go actually maybe your social security number, like where social security number not in your ID, but your date of birth there, your name there. So let's say if you married, sir, but as long as your social security and your date of birth, then you're not forever change. So even if you married, you change your name, the name will get caught up with that. Where you go to the polling station, you put your date of birth or you put your social security. In fact, they don't even ask you for put all. Now the last form. Now that same name they go come. They go come now say from Kamara to Sise, but you not be the Kamara, but you not the same person. Because then two identification numbers in the date of birth and social security, they're unique to only you. It's easy for do that, for create that same thing. So even if somebody married or somebody will change in sex, whatever, once you get that two identification in it, they will not say you're not the person. Need not do again. If you're not somebody with it under the age, you can't with your passport. You can't with your passport. That's why we're gonna DMV now your passport to the go with. You fill the information. They did it. Every year they just the update. They just the update time and change. If you don't turn 18, they did it. You don't they don't know so that you don't turn 18. That's it. The information is so easy. Not to percent of boku money they need for doing technology for doing things. But both party, APC said they're not doing anything because their information they are available. Then their machine, then they're all over. Whether not Europe, America, now they can do them. Then why yourself to do the same thing? They're not care. They're not care about the people. So they will continue for to do this thing because Like when somebody say, they know the population where they deal with. They know say that the people and then what they get hardliners them where no know the right from the left. Because if you go to now, you take stick them, you block one road, you see only. Then you give video yourself say anybody who can go kill them. What thing that tell you about? What thing that tell me about you? Now the people they know what they want and then get them. So now this Africa then. Because Makisobo they act like good guy now West Africa. Look the chaos in the cause right now. The guy where he say now they give a tough time. Now I want to put in jail so that he go third time. Because don't see the guy na Guinea go third time. The one I because go third time. Now himself one go third time. God help Africa, man. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. It make even when they say Senegal, now one of the peaceful nations in Africa, they don't lost that status there. And don't lost the status. And it's not looking good on them. Fine country, some of we don't go there. But now, phew. Makisal, they say they go third time, you know say no, you know say yes. Yes, Ezekiel, lock the mouth for we, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Talking about Senegal, right there, that tell you why we not get credibility. The idea that you go to UN with a heavy mandate about, oh, we self will be equal. Where you know they respect you people, you know they respect any rules. How you will go show up in a place where then they hold tight to system where they don't put in place. We get system where they put in place. Now we set up the grab and puella because we just want for punish with people. You know, Mr. Connor, where them put you in a place where you go there, you get for set some things them in place where you go left there and say, yes, this man where you will be put on at this place. Look what he left for we. Where them put you in that place, they obviously people end up in did where they don't put some things them in place. First way if I don't go there, if I don't find out, we get enough ballot boxes, we not get that. Then they all now if I don't do for the calculation before you put your budget across, you know, and how you for don't manage that budget. People you talk about the driver's license, the national ID card. Now that sense that you for don't go to the president, let you show. Say yes, you know what they try for do. Sir, we get people already wait and get driver's license. We get people already wait and get national ID card. Where would they do this voter registration? We want announce it. If you get driver's license, we no need for give you ID card. That ID card they don't do for work. If no one consolidate anything, because the reason why they no one consolidate, like we say AAA, then just Elmer. Either the president want for continue for expand the government expenses because anybody waiting at that place then they pay them. So then they expand the thing for employ more of their friends there. However, at least Mr. Kone, if you get driver's license, you get the national ID card, fine. The information we did it correct. Now with the input, you know the paper number with the give so you don't register. Period. Therefore, don't cut down in the number of expenses where the country for don't undertake. For even go hire other people for print ID cards. If una not get the brain for buy simple machine, let this commissioner get this machine. Let's say now this don't pass now, but please get this now. You budget for any other election, get this machine ready for let una they print this thing here so that you not go blame any other person. Say this person will give the contract and mess them up. This person mess them up. Please. But we help the country because every time you spend more money for other things, remember, now water we know they get, now electricity we know they get. All the here they boil down to simple things the way they affect the country. Where them pull you now here or any other place now the diaspora then carry go for let help Sierra Leone. Eh, bo, you small idea we go help this country. People are waiting they register with paper, ordinary paper. The verification is faster than we they use computer. Let person not tell me about hacking, about all this. Come on, man. People they use paper, ordinary paper for register people. Then they able verify things inside 1 month. How computer they take we now? What the computer supposed for can't do for we? Huh? So this now just for the leaders, whosoever way it really feel, say elect this Sierra Leone. Do something a little bit where go save the country money so that you then go put on the other side. Then put you in charge of certain area. Now you for go with your brain and tell the leader, say, now this side, now so thing I don't see. If we want for save money, if we want for help ourselves, we need for use this, for use this, for use this. How Ingo go tell you say no, not do why he put you there if you know why your opinion? We be saying your opinion actually now they use for car with PPR per people. So that means now you just get the lapses. Because this you not go say that the president now then car with this for law we do this for law we do this. No, you get all the right for do what you need for do because you instructor for let you use PPR a user. So that means it listen to you. So you could have saved Sierra Leone money if you for don't say ID card there, people and get her, the one the way then get her, fine. We don't need for print their ID card again. They can get the registration number and verify themselves. That's fine. Appear now the boots for vote with your ID where you get. Lastly, young people. Now una see who una make log for block other people. Say oh if the kaya will go kill them. You see who say you there? You not look who say you there? Even that talk way they talk now somebody have for like you small thing for that night, for your family, for your friends. Why you the waste you future? Why? For who that? Wait again, we camp. That man way they fed for they left you there, Canada. If they left you there to go to other African country, you not get no side for go. Why you they waste your time and your future for them people here? All you need for do, you don't register. When the time come for can vote, you go vote for the person where you want for vote for. Listen, that one man idea where you want no more. You feel say you go able make Sierra Leone. You don't check yourself. Who say you they try for put barrier so you see and you see that road they pave? Who that responsible for that? The village who say they water they light they? Who that responsible for that? Where you want to kill somebody for that? Think. If you not make the right decision for yourself, other person go continue for make decision for you. Now they happen so. You know why use your brain for do something for yourself. Somebody else will dictate you to nonsense and tell you life go left day. Be wise up. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Is it?
Well, for say thanks to everybody. We don't take part today on program. And no say by tomorrow. Well, we go to hear from the political parties. Them we don't receive. The other political party they will not receive yet. We try go collect to my own. I don't know if you guys are allowed to compare notes. On a compare notes. I wonder we see them block code. Don't them video themselves. Tabo. You go say for me today, we dey clear on our pass. When I then confrontation, then they will not want safe. I got up salon, yeah. We are back tomorrow. We don't do your own beats. We don't do your own beats now, yeah. You see yourself on do na own. Na do on the correct way. I get a lot for do for make people and build trust in una. Alright. Go there tomorrow. Tell me back tomorrow. Triple A say tata.